Hello and welcome to this video. We're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of like breaking it out into one or two free videos, we're just going to do this one big one again and see how this works, because I want to try and do that a little bit more. So let's see how this goes. But Sheffield Wednesday boss apparently has held talk with Wolfsburg. According to reports in Germany, he currently favoured to take over at the Leicester City job when Ruud van Nistelrooy leaves. Now, the likes of Middlesbrough, RB Leipzig, Southampton, Werder Bremen have been all the kind of clubs that have looked at Danny recently. But he's been linked again, and it's this whole thing. He wants to go to Germany. He's made it very, very clear that he wants to be back home in Germany, and that's something he wants to do. Now, for Wednesday, in one sense, if he went and we got the fee for him that we want, then fantastic. That would be great for Wednesday. It would help a bit of a burden that we're in right now. It would only be short term, though. It would only be short term. But Wolfsburg probably would be the right move for him in terms of building his reputation up in Germany, being able to have something that he can build upon and go from there. And the thing is, you look at everything, you think about how it all goes and how he will get on there. Now, it will leave us in a really naff position. We're already in a naff position, but it will leave us in a naffer position. No manager, potentially no players and all that kind of stuff. But you're thinking, in the process we're in at the minute, we can't be looking at things where there's a chance that the manager could leave and he'll get some compo for him, and then it not get put back into, say, stuff like paying the wages, because that's the only thing where it feels like that's going to happen at the minute. And this brings us on to an excellent article by Joe Cran. Joe Cran has done some hell of a legwork on this one about how everything is. Now, we know that DC bought Wednesday with, back then, it was the Thai Union Group Consortium for 30 million. And he was trying to get us back to the Premier League, and now we're nowhere near that. And we know that we've had the situation where we've had issue with HMRC, which haven't helped us. And once again, we're going through a period where we are struggling again to pay players. And there have been talks of takeover and consortiums and stuff like that, but we've never really seen anything come of it as late. Now, one of the things they find when you look at Chancery Wealth, the drop in Thai Union Group, he owns just 1% share in it, ranges from recent years from 0.84% to 0.9%. Now, John West and the Thai Union Group, put a statement out saying he has nothing to do with both of the businesses. It's anything else, you've got to directly go to Sheffield Wednesday. And this is the thing, you could see what's going on. Now, the whole thing with Thai Union, they have been dropping money quite a lot. Now, it used to be TUF branded when Chancery took over, but now it's very clear there's nothing to do with Sheffield Wednesday at all. And there's no financial interest. Our fortunes are linked to theirs. The 40 million in TUG, likely a lot of Portuguese shares welcome from the group. The problem is the value of the said shares has halved since he took over. So in January, when he bought the club, his shares were about 22.40 Thai baht. Aside from 2021 when it rose to 22.5. Now, at the same time, price for both match day and season tickets has been on the up. And that's the thing, it's gone up. The more you see it, the more our prices have gone up. Now, this is the thing you've got. It's trying to figure out what part of businesses are what. He's been apparently DC the shareholder in various companies connected to the group, including 92% of the Germinal Associated Co., Chancery Real Estate, and 6% of the Thai Union properties in the latest reports that they've had. Chancery Real Estate remained on top of the 0.9% share got in TUG. The Chanceries whole own 18.3%, down from 21% when he bought Wednesday. Now, see, this is the thing where you start looking at things and you start looking at the bits around it about how much money he's either got from the group itself or how much he's been able to look at different ways of funding it. Now, according to last year's account, we had a loss of 9 million that was recorded, and according to experts, Wednesday wrapped up about 150 million loss during Chancery's reign as owner. And that's a lot. That's fair bit a lot. We haven't had the thing where we've not been able to sell players and stuff. And the thing is, the problem you can now got is that, can he afford to sell? Kim McGuire said in the past, we've seen a situation where the money had been put into the club to cover losses. Money acquired from third-party sources, therefore they have an obligation to pay those accounts when the club is sold. That could lead to shortfall, which is one of the reasons he might be playing hardball with people who want to buy the club. In a sense, he cannot sell the club for a certain amount because he needs to sort it out. Now, we have heard of in the past about administration with the likes of Bolton, Wigan, Pompey, and their owners reportedly walked away from 20 million to 60 million plus in uncoverable loan. But again, I have a funny feeling there's a part of us that means that I don't think he can afford to get the administration in. I think he owes so much money that it's very difficult for him to do so. Joe Cran interviewed Rob Wilson, who's a professor of applied sports and finance at the University of Kansas Football Business. He said, when many think of admin a last resort, particularly give the point of sanction that it will follow, it actually presents a better outcome for the club and its support base. Though it will be advised affect the current owner and his own financial future. While administration points to financial instability and could see some key assets undervalued or sold under pressure, the process would actually enable Sheffield Wednesday to reset its financial liabilities, enable the EFL to intervene and support a sale process and secure new levels of investment or ownership that's sustainable to the club in the medium term. Ultimately, what he cleared that the club lacks both the liquidity and revenue to maintain its own financial operations. It's operating hand to mouth, which benefits no stakeholder, fans, employees and players or the owner. And the thing is, you look at the situation of not being able to pay people on time and do anything like that. It makes life so much harder. And it's not easy for DC to just try and find money. We've seen that already. He's already struggling to find the money to help people. And we've seen in the past where people have had clubs, aka Mel Morris. He walked away with around 200 million loss and had to walk away because he just couldn't do it. Now, yes, everything in other businesses and stuff like that have all changed and done different things. But the problem is, even when we've had a bit of success, like the playoff, we've not capitalised on that. We've not been able to capitalise on making the commercial ground on that. And that's the other issue. You struggle with having to figure out how to do the commercial side of that. That should have been an easy win for the club. But it wasn't. What did we do that summer? We had statement after statement after statement after statement. We got turned into a laughingstock yet again. And it's one of those things that you more look at it, it's really intriguing to see where DC is and where it leaves us, kind of thing. But we've got to see what happens and see whereabout we go. This whole thing, the family don't own Thai Union Food. They've only got 18% of it. So it's interesting to see what's happening there. It's 18% of what the family own. They don't own it outright. It's 18% and that's it. So we have to keep that in mind. So where does this leave us now? It leaves us in the same position we've been in for a while, which is this. We're still 10 days in. Not even 10 days, more than that. It's June 10th and staff, players, non-playing staff are still not paid. We have heard nothing from Chancery. Nothing at all. I pray to God there's something behind the scenes happening that helps us. I'm going to link the article if you want to have a read of what Joe Cran's written, because it's really good. It's a very good article. Go give it a read. This is the best summary I could give of it, of my way of doing it. But yeah, go give it a watch. Go give it a read and see what happens. But yeah, guys, we are in the mess and we're just waiting to see what happens. And that's the hard part for fans. It's the waiting that's going to kill us.